Hey, what's happening, Roland? Well, today is Friday, and it's actually the 17th or 18th of January, and it's almost the third week of January. And guess what? I've told you all along that when the water temperature gets around 60 degrees, it gets tough down here. It might not be tough in Michigan, it might not be tough in California, it might not be tough in Louisiana or Texas, or I don't care where you're from, but it's tough in Florida. Now, when the water gets to 70 degrees, that's 10 degrees warmer, it gets 2 and 3 times better. Now, I can catch fish right now, but I've told all my clients this last week, I said, let's rebook everything because it's so cold right now in January. Let's rebook for the next couple of weeks and we'll get some warmer weather, 70-degree water. Hey, we'll catch a lot more fish. So I'm not fishing right now. But if I were fishing, I could catch quite a few. The number one way of catching them when it's cold like this is this little spinning rod. And I'll tell you what's so cool. It's a 15 to 20 pound braided line on a 7 foot spinning rod. And look what I have here. This is so cool. This is the neatest thing. It's light tackle. It's a little 4-aught circle hook like I use at Headwaters, and a little 1/4 ounce weight, little tungsten weight. Okay, now I take the shiner and I hook it in the mouth, and this is so much fun. I use it like a plastic worm. I'm launching my depth finder. I got a forward-facing sonar. I got my right height unit on the trolling motor, and I'm easing along these deep canals, and I'm looking at the edge of the hydrilla as it comes down. I take the spinning rod and I take the shiner and I kind of pitch it in. Sometimes I see the fish, but a lot of times I'm just letting it sit where I think the fish might be at the bottom of the column of grass, saying 10, 15, 20 foot of water in these deep holes. Well, hey, fish after fish after fish after fish. It's cold winter time. The fish, a lot of them are concentrated in schools in deep water. So we do catch a few fish even though it is cold. But it's not the best for lure fishing. But hey, speaking of lure fishing, I'm going to tell you there's a new kid on the block. Let me just show you what it is. Years ago, there's a company called Lucky Strike. And Lucky Strike made a scrounger lure, And then they quit making it about 5 or 6 years ago. They didn't make it anymore. And then the company kind of went downhill. And Toby Keith, the singer, bought it a couple of years ago. This was before he died. Toby died about a year ago. But before he died, for a whole year, he was running the company. He got a hold of Jimmy Houston and myself, and they got the Red Man spinnerbait back for Jimmy, and they reinstituted the scrounger. And right now, the scrounger is a hot lure. And what it is, it's kind of like a chatterbait. It's kind of it swims in the water. If you notice this collar, and I've been using it a lot at Headwaters. A few more degrees, and it's really going to pay off. It swims and it wobbles back and forth as it swims through the water. That little collar makes it just wobble like crazy. It's kind of like a chatterbait, but it's really effective lure, and it's great for forward-facing sonar as well. Anyway, that's the new kid on the block, and you'll see me using it a lot because it's paying off real good. The standard lure right now, of course, you just can't beat the old worm, and this is the Bass Pro Shop model right here. This is the old Sticko, a Bass Pro Shop. You notice I have a little screw-in weight. And I talked to some guys, Chad Artis, my good buddy from Santee Cooper. He came down last week. I said, Chad, the water's cold. You're not going to catch many fish. He says, Roland, I love fishing those stick baits. I love fishing the Cinco type of lures. He says, let's see what happens. He went out on Headwaters. He caught 35 bass. It wasn't bad. He had a couple around 4 and 5 pounds. Not too bad a day, even though it was cold. He knows how to fish a worm slow on those edges of the grass bed. And that was a big deal. Now, what I want to wait for is what I like to wait for. Finally, when the water gets up to 60 degrees, now I got the devil's horse. Oh, what a great lure for that is. And a frog over the top of the hydrilla. Those two, I'm a sucker for topwater bites. And early in the morning before the sun gets up high, at 70 degrees, say next month, in a couple of weeks, I'm going to catch a lot of big fish on these two lures. The regular topwater in the open pockets and skipping across the hydrilla, that spro frog. Anyway, that's kind of the deal for my fishing right now. And there's one last lure that I want to talk about. Years ago, Spro had me design a lure like the rattle trap. and I designed the Aruko Shad. And the Aruko Shad is just quite a lure that's it's paying off right now at both Lake Okeechobee, and I'm guiding on Lake Okeechobee as well, and at our headwaters, and I can run it over top of the grass at headwaters. I can run it across the old stubble area, and at Okeechobee, and anyway, headwaters, it's all working. And that's the Aruko Shad. It's better than the rattle trap. Okay, what have I been doing this week? Well, I've been kind of medicating myself. I've been taking it easy. You know, I might have mentioned to you that I had an AFib development, and that's an irregular heartbeat. It kind of caused my legs to swell a little bit of tingling in my toes. It's not real serious, and I'm on some medication. Now let's go inside. I want to talk about some health issues, because it's really kind of important to know that I'm on the road to recovery. By the way, it's not life-threatening, and the good thing about my condition is it's just a mild case, and my heartbeat is coming back into regularity again, along with my prostate problems. So, you know, when you get 85 years old, you know, all sorts of things happen, but I'm still in pretty good shape. Okay, let's talk about that. Well, what we have here is, here's what I've been recommended to do. First of all, I take my blood pressure every day, and that's such a big deal. Taking blood pressure is just such a big deal. That's kind of the 142 over 94. That's kind of half good. So these are the kind of readings I've had. It's not real good. But anyway, I'm getting, like, normally my blood pressure runs about 130 over 70 something. Now, after I exercise every day, now here's the deal. They want me to exercise every day, and it really helps with your heart and heart rhythm. And that is, I get out and walk about 2 miles, a brisk walk. That's really a big deal. Or I ride my bicycle. I'll show you about that a little bit. But anyway, then I come back after my exercises for about 30 minutes. I'll take my blood pressure, and it's usually dropped down to like 170 over 30. Maybe before that, when I first get up, it might be a little bit higher. But then after the exercise, it drops. The second thing they want me to do is get on a good diet. And here's the diet that they recommend. It's the Mediterranean diet. And a lot of it is olive oil. A lot of it is the absence of beef and red meat. It's a lot of fish and chicken, for example. A lot of vegetables, a whole lot of vegetables involved. Of course, there's some eggs you can have. You can have a lot of vegetarian stuff. But anyway, this is just full of those really good recipes. I mean, I'm having a ball cooking some of these things up, and a lot of fish. You know, I love salmon, and I love all kind of fish. So that's a big part of this diet is fish and chicken. And there's just 100 different really cool things to do here. Halibut, oh my heavens, they can make me hungry. Look at that salmon. Woo, salmon with creamy Veta cucumbers. Oh, I love it. Anyway, that's a big deal. Then they have me on a water retention pill. This is a finasteride. It's shrinking on my prostate. By the way, my prostate's getting better. I haven't had any bleeding or any kind of real issue with my prostate, so I'm getting improvement there. And now I'm taking this other stuff. This is the main thing for my AFib, this Equus, and that's been a big help. It's getting my heart back into rhythm, and everything's fine. I'm really kind of healthy. And I take one other pill that's so cool, and that is it's this. If I can find it, it's a pill that I guess it's furosemide. I guess it's anyway. It's yeah, that one, this one here. It's a diuretic. It's a diuretic. I guess you call it diuretic. And I take this in the morning, and I have to find a bathroom pretty quickly. Like every 20 or 30 minutes, you have to relieve yourself. It sheds water like crazy. But anyway, all this is really kind of working for me. I'm having a really good time. The other thing that they're recommending for health, this is lemon water, and I'm drinking about 5 of these a day. These are big old 20-ounce cups of water. I'm drinking a tremendous amount of water. And I also had to quit drinking. I don't want me drinking alcohol, so I'm not drinking any alcohol. And I'm staying away from butter and high fats and sugar. So anyway, that's my health plan. So the other thing is, let's go one more deal outside. The other thing I do is this right here. I got my new bike, and my e-bike has been really crazy. It's just working so good. This e-bike, I put a big basket on it. I got a bunch of turkey hunting coming up. I use this on the canal systems over there at Fellsmere for going up and fishing some of the areas in the Fellsmere area. But now with that big basket, I can put all sorts of tackle in there. I can put ice chest in the back. And for hunting, of course, I got my gun rack if I want to go turkey hunting. But anyway, it has a regular thing like that, which I can go really fast. But I don't use that. It also has power assist. So to get my exercise, rather than just use the electric part, I use the power assist part. That's just I pedal. So that's what I'm going to do now. For the next hour, I'm just going to pedal around. Hey, listen, I hope I helped you out a little bit about what I recommend for your fishing this next couple of weeks when the water temperature gets high. And I hope I helped you talking about some good health issues. So anyway, thanks for watching. And hey, hit that likes button, hit that subscribe button. All my advertisers like Bass Pro just go crazy. Hey, we'll see you again soon. Okay, son, a little exercise is going to be the deal. A little exercise. Okay.